Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? If you can hear me and you can find in the chat box. If you can hear me and see me, give me a Y in the chat box. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we'll give everybody a few minutes to hop on in, and then we will get to it. We'll give everybody a few minutes to hop on in, and we'll get to it. So while we're waiting for everybody to come on in, let me know where you all are tuning in from. I am at my spot in Miami, Florida. So y'all know I do a lot of travel, a lot of business travel. But let me know. All right, we got ATL, Houston, Phoenix, okay, Atlanta. All right, ATL in here heavy, Houston heavy, Phoenix, the BX. What up, BX? I like it. I like it. All right. Where else we got? New Jersey, Celeste, New Jersey. All right. Is that South New Jersey or North New Jersey? For those of you all who don't know, I'm from the Chi originally. Went to college in New York. So Atlanta. Okay, I was just in Atlanta earlier this month, actually, like first weekend of this month. All right, so we got a little bit of the South. We got the Northeast, Vegas. What up, Vegas? I was just in Vegas last week. I'll actually be back out there next weekend. Tucson. What up, Arizona? All right, Tucson, LA. All right, LA. I'll actually be in LA next Monday, the 5th, for the Milking Company. Okay. All right. We're basically covering the country right now. I know we got some people from all over the world, so it's always good to see where the people are tuning in from and rocking with us. I appreciate that. As y'all know, I take our time very, very seriously. Okay. And so with that, I do want to get ready to get into it. Okay, Ohio. I'm thinking that says Alabama, just says ALA. I'm thinking Alabama. Okay. Alabama had a bunch of draft picks last night. Alabama and Ohio State for the NFL draft. They had a lot of Birmingham. Ohio State, Alabama, and University of Texas. They had a lot of draft picks. I was watching NFL draft the last couple of days. Keep an eye on that. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get ready to hop into this, everybody. I'm gonna get ready to share my screen here in a second. Okay. And I'm gonna give a breakdown of how today is going to go. So I'll break down, for things for people who may be relatively new to me. I'm very straightforward, I'm very direct. I will give a disclaimer. I will curse. You will hear me curse today. But it's out of love, it's out of passion, and it's out of, it's how I really speak in general, but I'm just a very straightforward, direct, authentic person. And I don't really hold anything back. So I just let it flow. So with that being said, we're going to hop into it. How today is going to work, okay, is we're going to have two parts. We're going to have the first part, I'm just going to tell you about the program, tell you exactly what Trade Like the Pros is, and Trade Like the Quants, our new program, is going to help you do. And then I'm going to teach you some things. So first part, give you the program straight up. You can join if you want. Cool. But I'm also a very practical person. Like I don't like going to things or attending things where I'm not actually learning practical things that I can take from that and actually learn more and or execute, right? So with that, I am going to bring up our presentation for today. Okay, and we're going to be going over our Trade Like the Quants program. Okay, so like I said, two parts. First part, we're going to talk about trade like the quants. The second part, I'm going to teach you some practical things about the market, and then I'm going to open it up for any of your questions, comments, or thoughts. So if you are in here and you are already in the trade like the pros or trade like the quants, go ahead and drop TLTP or TLTQ in the chat. Let me know what program y'all in already. I see we got some OGs in here. So if you are already in trade like the pros or trade like the quants, drop a TLTP or TLTQ. Let me know. We got some family in here. All right, Melissa, what up? Demetrius, Patrick, Shay, Yolanda. Okay, so I see a good amount of the family in here. That's good. Always learning, always learning. And y'all know I'm always dropping some free gems and some free game. Okay. If you have made money from something that I've taught you, drop a $sign in the chat box. If you have made money from the trading skills that I've taught you, drop a $sign in the chat box. Yeah, love to hear it. Shell, Demetrius, Patrick, Victor, Vanessa, love it. Yeah, drop some $signs. Shay, for those who are relatively new to me, just so you know, we actually really get to the bag over here. Okay. Very thoughtful, very detail oriented, and everything we do is data driven. Okay. So love to hear that, love to see that. Shout out to the family that's in here. All right. Okay. So here we go. Trade like the quants. All right. But first, as always, our disclaimer. So trading and investing contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than their initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Hypothetical performance results have many inherent limitations, some of which are described below. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. In fact, there are frequently sharp differences between hypothetical performance results and the actual results subsequently achieved by any particular trading program. One of the limitations of hypothetical performance results is that they're generally prepared with the benefit of hindsight. In addition, hypothetical trading does not involve financial risk, and no hypothetical trading record can completely account for the impact of financial risk of actual trading. For example, the ability to withstand losses or to adhere to a particular trading program in spite of trading losses are material points which can also adversely affect actual trading results. There are numerous other factors related to the markets in general or to the implementation of any specific trading program which cannot be fully accounted for in the preparation of hypothetical performance results, and all which can adversely affect trading results. All right. The Trade Like the Pros, Trade Like the Quants, our apps, courses, and live trade rooms are for educational purposes only. This is not a get-rich-quick plan. This is a program for you to be able to learn, earn, and return. Let me say that again for the people in the back. This is not a get-rich-quick plan. This is a program for you to be able to learn for yourself, earn and make some money, and return that knowledge, wisdom, and money to your friends and your family. Okay? We are not your investment advisors. And this app, course, and live trade rooms are not trying to sell you securities. You are responsible for your trading, both gains and losses. Trade like the pros, trade like the quants, and all individuals affiliated with the app, course, and live trade rooms assume no responsibility for your trading and investment results. The information, strategies, how-to videos, and all other features are for educational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. Look at the app, courses, and live trade rooms as platforms that are teaching you skills that once you learn, you will have the opportunity to produce an income whenever and from wherever you are in the world with the internet connection. The course is for you to actually learn the principles and hopefully teach your family now and for generations to come. All right? So let's talk about the top 3 quants of all time, okay? And I'm going to explain what quants are and what I'm talking about and what we're doing. But the reason I want to bring this up is because when I was growing up on the south side of Chicago, When I thought about getting out of the hood, the only thing that I thought about was the things that I seen on the programming, on the television, right? And I've seen our people um, rapping, acting, singing, dancing, and playing ball. And there's nothing against any of that because I was a professional athlete. I did go on to become a professional athlete. And I respect everybody's hustle, but there are levels to the game. And for a long time, we've been playing spades while other communities have been playing chess. Okay. So, yes, Steph Curry has $1 billion deal with Under Armour. Yes, LeBron James is $1 billion athlete. Yes, Jay-Z is $1 billion rapper entertainer. But I'm going to give you some names you may not know of today. Jim Simons, known as the OG quant best trader of all time. He's the founder of Renaissance Technology. He did just pass last year. But he had 66% annual returns for over 30 years straight. He was a former math professor at Harvard and MIT, and he revolutionized the quant trading. He managed two funds simultaneously, meaning at the same time, and over $50 billion in each fund. Well, let me explain something real quick. He had two companies, funds. Each one had over $50 billion in there at the same time. And he produced over 66% returns for 30 years straight. Just so y'all understand the numbers and the magnitude. All right, King Griffin, who's still alive and well today, he's also from Chicago. He created his hedge firm, Citadel, when he was 19 as a freshman at Harvard in his dorm room. And he pioneered high frequency trading. So Citadel has headquarters in Chicago, New York, and here in Miami, about 2 blocks away from my crib. Okay. He's worth 35 billion, and each one of his current firms right now are managing over 50 billion. And each one of those firms made $20 billion each last year alone. Okay. And then David E. Shaw. David E. Shaw built David E. Shaw and Co. into a computational trading powerhouse, and he manages over $60 billion. He's a computer science with applied AI to markets. And for a lot of you who all don't know, Jeff Bezos used to work as a hedge fund manager at D.E. Shaw before he even started Amazon. Okay, so even some of the tech giants of today were traders. So, for an example, Jeff Bezos was a trader and investor. Cathie Wood was a trader and investor. Peter Thiel now runs an investment fund. Peter Thiel was early at PayPal. He was also the first investor into Facebook, right? So, yes, it's cool to rap, act, sing, dance, and play ball. And that's a lot of what we see on our TV and our social media and the programming of us. But just know that there's level to the game and there's different games being played out here. And the number one game on the planet, everybody, is energy, because we all need energy to do everything. And then the next most important game is capital, is the money game. You can do whatever you want to do in the world if you have the capital to do it. You want to be a doctor, you need money. You want to be a lawyer, you need money. You want to be a tech rock star, venture capitalist, co-founder of an app, you need money. You want to be a pharmaceutical person, you need money. You want to be an artist, you need money. You want to be a singer, you need money to get in the studio. You want to be a dancer, you need money to get coaching and training. You need money, right? So the number one game should be for everybody, money first, and then doing what you need to do. Now, some people, especially the religious community, will say, well, money is the root of all evil. Well, no, actually, that is the incorrect usage of that scripture. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And so making money your God is not something that I want you to do or think about or aspire to do, but I do want you to prioritize correctly, because you need money to survive in here. And I believe in constructive capitalism. I believe that you can help people and still be profitable. So you can get a trade and get a skill set where you can bet on yourself so that you can make money while you're helping other people. And that's exactly what these fund managers have done. They've perfected and mastered their trading skills, and they were so good at trading that other people bet on them and invested in them, and they grew, their money. And so that's what is extremely important and insightful for us to know and understand the games and the levels of games being played. Okay, so let's talk about the odds of pro careers. I'm a very data-driven person. I'm a very straightforward person. And at the end of the day, men can lie, women can lie, but numbers don't lie. Okay, so the success in elite careers requires beating astronomical odds. The quantitative trading path offers better prospects than many other dreams. So to become a professional athlete, which is something that I did, so I can also talk to you from experience, you have a 0.03% chance, and that's for college level. First of all, we talking about little league, high school, college, and in college, you also need to be at an elite level, playing in the Division I level. And then even at the D1 level, it's levels. You got low tier D1 and you got high tier D1. So just to make it to college is tough, but then just to become a professional athlete from being in college, you have a 0.03% chance. To become a professional actor, where actors who actually make money full time as an actor, you have an 8% chance. Okay, to be a professional rapper, music, securing a major label contract, you have a 10% chance. And then to be a quant trader, you have a 2.4% chance. So quantitative trading gives you a 24x, 24 times better odds than becoming a professional athlete. Right. And so this is a very important message to share with our youth in our community, because any and everybody can put their mind to becoming a professional quant trader, or even not at a professional level, but just as a retail, consistently profitable level. Not everybody can become a professional athlete, professional actor, professional rapper. One of my first investors ever, and he's still my mentor to this day. I was literally just with him in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. He was a part of the founding group of ESPN. He was the vice president of ESPN for 33 years. And he was literally the president over building out ESPN2 and taking ESPN2 global. And he lived in Guangzhou, China for 10 years. And he said what he learned and understood over there is that America exports Black people in the three Mikes: Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Mike Tyson. Okay, and what he meant by that is the world outside of America, and even in America, sees American Black people as entertainment, as entertainers. Most of you all in my programs, y'all know I travel around the world, I live around the world. I got a place in Dubai, I have a place in Bangkok, and I'm in a lot of rooms. I spend a lot of time in Europe in the summers, and I'm in a lot of rooms, and most of the time I'm the only one there. And if I'm at luxurious places and nice restaurants and nice locations, a lot of people already assume that I am an athlete or I'm some type of entertainer or celebrity from America. Now, the caveat is, yes, I used to be a professional athlete, but I made way more money from trading than I did playing professional baseball in the minor leagues. I never got to the big leagues. But it's funny because that's their initial assumption. Whereas that's the media and that's the programming for our community and beyond. Okay. But the numbers are very clear. To actually become a professional and profitable person in those careers, you have a less than 1% chance. Okay. Just so we are super, super clear. All right. So what is a quantitative trader? Well, a quantitative developer and trader combines financial expertise with programming skills to create automated trading systems. Okay? There are no chart patterns. Professional traders do not use chart patterns. Let me be super clear. If you haven't heard it in any of my other comments, chart patterns are bullshit. Period. Okay? If anybody tells you that, they are lying to you or they genuinely do not know. Professional traders do not use chart patterns. Let me be abundantly crystal clear about that. Okay? Professional traders, we design algorithms that execute trades based on mathematical models. And then there's still some high-level discretionary traders that may use that information from the algorithms and from the historical backtest to take the trade manually as a human. Okay, but the majority of all trades, 80% of all trades in the market are done by computers. So let's just be factual and data-driven about that. Okay, now quants do no discretionary, no human trading. So it's not any actual manual clicking of the button at all. Okay, and we analyze massive data sets to identify high probability trading setups. We build back tests and frameworks to validate those strategies. And then we optimize execution speed to give us an advantage, also known as an edge. Okay, so when you hear me talk about a quant or a quantitative trader or a quantitative developer, or to join our Trade Like the Quants program, that is what a quant is. Okay, so for those of you who are relatively new to me, my name is Dion Pouncil. Okay, some of you may have seen me on your national and or local television talking about finance, talking about trading, talking about investing. I actually do this in real life. I get paid to do this as a money manager. I get paid to do this as speaking appearances and news appearances to talk about trading and investing. I'm a licensed Series 3 hedge fund manager. Okay, my trading systems have generated consistent profits through multiple market cycles, and I've distilled these complex strategies into learnable, digestible frameworks, and I have over 20,000 students in my various programs worldwide. Okay, and so my programs combine technical and quantitative precision with psychological discipline for trading and success. Okay, again, men lie, women lie, numbers, results don't lie. All right. Just a couple weeks ago, I was live at the New York Stock Exchange being interviewed and highlighted for the Trade Like the Quants and Trade Like the Pros program, as well as my fund that is about to be launched on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so this is, you are talking to, or you're hearing from somebody, and eventually if you join the program, you'll be learning from somebody that actually does this in real life. Okay, this is not YouTube University. We get to it over here in real life, and we teach real strategies, and we have created 4, 5, 6, and 7-figure traders. And one of my personal goals in Trade Like the Quant is to create my first 8-figure trader. Okay. All right, so I'm bringing up this photo, and I'm going to talk a little bit about history today, about briefing of the markets. But this is the plaque at the New York Municipal location, which was the original location of Wall Street. So the original location of Wall Street was the original slave market. So if you go to the corner of Water Street and Wall Street, 3 blocks east of the New York Stock Exchange, I took this picture on the same day. And, you know, I get mixed feelings about it and talking about it. I'm honored and grateful for what our ancestors did to help build this country and to build this financial system. And I'm honored that I have the ability to do this and to do trading and investing, as well as teaching trading and investing. But this is the plaque. You can go there right now, the corner of Water Street and Wall Street, right there in New York. And the original location of Wall Street was the original location of the international slave trade. Okay, so Wall Street was literally built by slaves, and it was built off the back of slaves. And now today, 1 out of every $9 that is circulated on the planet goes through Wall Street. Okay, let me say that again. 1 out of every $9 that circulates on the planet goes through Wall Street. And Wall Street was literally built on the backs of slaves. Now, I'm not going to go super into detail about that today, because I do want to teach some practical things. But the first original stock market was in Amsterdam in the 1600s. Okay, and the futures market, a lot of you all may never even heard the futures market exists, but there are trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars traded in the futures market right now. The original slave market became the original futures trading market because slave owners wanted to create contracts to lock in prices for their property that they were buying, which were the slaves. And these contracts got so popular and so valuable that it became a marketplace. And that marketplace was the actual headquarters of the slave trade. Okay. And this was in the late 1600s, early 1700s. It wasn't until 1700, in the late 1700s, that the New York Stock Exchange was created. Okay. And then the banking industry was created and the insurance industry was created. The insurance industry was created because slave owners wanted to insure their property. Okay. And they wanted to insure their property. And if their property died in transit or on the plantation, they would get payouts from their property. And the oldest insurance company in the country, Travelers Insurance, was created to insure the slave trade. J.P. Morgan Chase, the original founding bank, was Citizens Bank and J.P. Morgan. They merged and became the biggest bank to finance the companies that became around, because after the slave trade got so popular there, they started to create companies, and companies start to sell equity in their company through stocks, and that's where the growth of the stock market came. So if this is your first time ever learning about that, give me a 1 in your chat box. If today was the first day you ever heard that Wall Street was actually built off the backs of slavery, you now know that this is actual proof. And this plaque was just put up 2 years ago. Okay, so you can see here, right here, November 13th, 1711 was when they officially started tracking the futures market for the slave trade. And so some of you all may say, okay, well, why are you bringing that up? Why is that important? It's important because you should know your history in general, but you should know that the number one thing that drives the market outside of energy is money, and it was literally built. Now, Black people in America were not allowed to trade until 1972 was the first Black person on the Florida New York Stock Exchange. So literally 254 years after those people were being bought and sold at this location were they allowed to trade and invest. Okay? And again, you're not going to get this on YouTube University. I'm going to give you the real, and I'm going to give you the data, and I'm going to give you the facts, okay? Because it's extremely important. Whether you decide to join my program or not, you should know these facts and you should know this history, okay? All right. So, excuse me. All right, so let's talk about your learning journey, because I told you, today is going to be split. I'm going to tell you about the Trade Like the program, Trade Like the Quants program, give you the opportunity to join, and I'm going to actually teach you some things in this mini workshop. Okay? So when you join our program, your learning journey is going to go like this. I'm going to teach you the foundations of the markets, just like I just taught some of you all about where the actual trading Wall Street marketplace came from. I'm going to teach you about the 4 professional approaches. These are the only 4 professional approaches that we use on Wall Street. If anybody tells you anything other, is going to either fall in one of these 4 categories, they're either lying or they either genuinely just do not know. Okay, the 4 professional approaches are fundamental, technical, quantitative, and quantamental. Period. Okay? Next, you're going to learn wealth building strategies and you're going to learn trading strategies. And then we're going to help you develop those investing and trading skills. And then I'm going to actually teach you how to build your own automated strategies, even if you don't know how to code. So it doesn't matter what level you are in your financial journey. You could be at the very beginning, not knowing anything about this. And I'm going to teach you from scratch, because our program literally starts with a glossary. because we can have the best trading strategies and investment strategies in the world. If you don't even know what the words are that we're saying, it won't matter. Okay, so from literally ABC glossary all the way through how to build automated trading strategies. That's what you're going to get in this program. Okay, here's our program outline. Very transparent, very upfront. Okay, you're going to go in, you're going to get the welcome. Now, the content is dripped out. We're not going to just give it all to you at once and overwhelm you. It's going to be dripped out as you join the program. Okay, you're going to go through the disclaimer and the glossary. And again, you're going to get a more detailed history of the markets that I just kind of went over. In the introduction module, you're going to get the foundations of the markets. We're going to go over markets and financial instruments, trading versus investing. You're going to be able to meet Agent Q, which is your 24/7 live AI trading co-pilot that comes with the program. So not only you're going to get me teaching you in the program, you're going to get me trading live with you twice a week with the community on Mondays and Fridays, but you get a live 24/7 AI teaching assistant and trading co-pilot right in the program. Okay, I'm going to go in detail of what the 4 professional approaches are. I'm going to teach you professional strategies. Literally, I'm going to break down the math for you so that you know and understand and how to get that data. I'm going to give you stock investing course, a crypto investing course, and then I'm going to teach you how to trade so that you can develop daily, weekly, and monthly skills to make daily, weekly, and monthly profits through futures day trading, options swing trading, Forex day trading, Forex swing trading, crypto day trading, and crypto swing trading. And then we're going to go through practical application where I'm going to give you strategies and how-to videos on how to execute each one of those strategies manually first so that you know it, because once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you have it, no one can take it from you. So I want you to be able to learn it first for yourself. I want you to be able to execute it manually for yourself. And then I'm going to teach you how to use the computers just like we do on Wall Street. Okay? I'm going to give you the frameworks of algorithmic trading so that you can go from idea to algorithm. I'm going to show you how to design and code them with no code and a little bit of code. I'm going to teach you how to back test and validate those strategies and then live deploy those strategies. And then at the end of it, you're going to be able to create your own algorithm going through the Genesis project where you're going to be able to go create your own idea, your own strategy, and then automate it and deploy it live in the capital markets if you so choose, okay? So we're very practical over here, all right? That's the program outline, all right? So a little bit more about Agent Q. It's going to help you do market analysis in real time. It's going to also help you do historical back testing and data analysis so that you can identify whether your strategy or your thought or your idea has merit and can be validated and has some data to support what you're actually thinking. And we're going to teach you how to build that strategy into customized trading plans. Like I mentioned, you're going to have learning support. So not only do you have Agent Q, all right, you have Agent TLTP, which is our customer service bot that's available 24/7. And then you have a human admin who she is available, Athena. She is available from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time, okay? So you have email support, 24-hour AI customer support, 8-hour human support, and you have a 24-hour AI teaching assistant and trading co-pilot that comes with the program, all right? So let's talk about your journey. So your path to quant mastery is going to go through learning the market foundations and understanding how markets truly work. We're going to teach you risk management, which is numero uno, protect and to grow your capital. All right. We're going to teach you how to build your automated systems through algorithm development and to teach you how to actually become a quant trader and manage your strategies. And remember, doesn't matter where you are in your journey. And this is what you're going to get when you sign up. You're going to get the Trade Like a Pro's trade journal, where you can actually document these things digitally, your thoughts, your tracking, your numbers, and all your finances. Okay, you're going to be able to get Trade Club Live. You're going to be able to join live trading with me Mondays and Fridays. And you can also ask any questions that you may have about the program, about the trading, and what it is that we are doing live with me twice a week. You're going to get the Trade Club Discord channel. Okay. So for those of you all who are relatively new to me, whether you join the program or not today, okay, I'm going to give you the ability to join our free Discord. And I'm going to drop it right here in the chat. You could drop our Discord. You could join the Discord for free. All right now. And you can see if this is real. You could go and ask questions with the community. You could DM people. You can see all the free signals that I give. I literally give free signals. Look at that. People making money off of our free signals. Okay. Thanks for the new signals, Dion. Solid, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right. And you can also go into our wins channel and you can scroll back all the way to last May when I launched this program and see all the wins that people are making. Okay. Every single day. This person just got paid out 10K on Thursday. Okay. All right. All the wins. She just got paid out 2,500. All of this stuff. He got funded $1.2 million in one day. You can go in here and you can go see that right now for free and see we do this in real life. Okay. And if you have made money in my programs, drop a $ in the chat box. Okay. Just so that people can know. All right. You're going to get some fully automated trading algorithms. So the program actually comes with fully automated algorithms as well. So not only am I going to teach you how to trade, I'm going to give you over 4 fully automated trading algorithms that you can do manually, semi-automatically, or fully automatically. Okay. And then you get Agent Q, and then you're going to get the exclusive Discord that's just for the quants. Okay. So you can see in this Discord, we got various levels. You got your free joint. We got the Trade Like the Pros. We got the Trade Club Live. And then we have, Inner Circle. And then we have Trade Like the Quants. Okay. And then we got special signals for those programs as well. Okay. All right. So that's what you'll get when you sign up. Okay. Now, I brought a bonus back because people have been on my heels, and I gave this limited offer 2 weeks ago when I officially launched Trade Like the Quants. So today, okay, it's a 24-hour special that if you sign up today and you pay full price, you get the QB algo and the QB algo signal Discord. And you will, when you go through that wins channel, you will see for the last 30 days, about 45 days right now, I've been using one of my hedge fund algorithms to give people free signals as we've transitioned to the new program. And literally, people have made hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 30 to 45 days from our free signals. And those free signals are coming from this QB algo and QB algo signal channel that I had let the community use for free for 45 days from my hedge fund. Okay. So it's exclusive for my hedge fund unless you pay this one-time offer for the bonus if you sign up for full price today. Okay. So the course kickoff, if you sign up today within the 24-hour special, the course kickoff is next Saturday, May 3rd. And the reason for that is because when you sign up, I have a list of books that I want you to order. And we're going to be reading books throughout the program to help you with your psychology, help you with your discipline, help you with your trading, and help you with your algo development throughout the program. So you sign up today, you're going to get the book list, and I want you to start ordering your books, and we're going to have your kickoff call next Saturday at 1 p.m. Okay? So you can scan this QR code, and it'll take you to this link. All right? We also now officially have buy now, pay later options, so you can sign up one payment of $3,000. Okay? That's the only way. If you have to sign up for full price to get the QB bonus algo. Okay, you could also split the payments in 2K today and 2K next month. You could also split it up into 5 payments, 1K today, and then 1K for the next 4 months. Okay, so you can get ready to scan that QR code, and then I'll also drop the link in here. Okay, this is the program. You could join. I just explained what you're about to get when you join, and then I'm about to teach the workshop here in a second. Okay, so you don't have to stay a whole hour and a half or 2 hours just to find out what the price is. If you want it, cool, join. We would love to have you. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to be here. Our team will serve you, help you on your financial journey. If you could afford it, cool. If you cannot, wait until you can. That bonus won't be around, but if you can, join. If you want to break the payments up, you can do Klarna or Afterpay. When you click on that button, it'll take you to the opportunity to do Klarna or Afterpay. And you could do Klarna or Afterpay on the full 3K. So if we get the 3K, if you do Klarna and Afterpay and we get the 3K, you still get the bonus algorithm as if you paid the full price up front. Okay? So let me just be super clear about that. You get that whole program. All right? You can scan that QR code if you need, but you get the whole program. The course kickoff is next Saturday at 1 o'clock. So you get a chance to order your books, get prepared, get ready. You get the bonus if you sign up for full price today. And then this is all the things that you'll get that comes with that $3,000 payment. And once your payment is complete, whether you pay it up front or whether you split it, okay, you get that access to all of that. The only way you get the bonus algo is if you pay full price of 3K within today, this 24-hour special, okay? George just says, what are the difference between the algorithms that are found in the QB algo? So the QB algo is one of my hedge fund algos that is only for my hedge fund clients. And I was using it to give it away for free for the last 30, 45 days while we were transitioning over people to the new program on the new platform. But it is no longer free anymore. You can only get it through signing up with the bonus or becoming one of my hedge fund clients. And to become one of my hedge fund clients, you need to be an accredited investor, and the minimum to invest is $100,000. Okay? All right. So I'll come back to the program, et cetera, but that's it. But now let's get into the workshop. I will actually teach you some practical things that you can learn and you can start executing on today. Okay? Whether you join my program or not, I'm about to give you some powerful institutional level free game. And you'll see if you like my teaching style. All right? So here we go. Now we'll hop into the workshop part of this. And you'll get a little insight about how I teach and how I break things down. Okay? But I like things to be, okay, you want the QR code? Give me 1 second. I like things to be broken down to where anybody can understand it, right? And one way to test if you actually understand something is try to tell and explain it to the youth in your life, whether that's your child, niece, nephew. One, they're going to tell you straight up if they understand what you're talking about or not. They're going to keep it a buck with you, okay? And then two, you're going to be able to understand if you can articulate it to them or not and keep it simple, okay? Because if you can keep it simple and explain it to the youth in your life, then you also know that you understand it. And that's the way I teach. I want you to be able to not only comprehend it, but I want you to be able to understand it and execute it. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, get wisdom, get knowledge, but in all thy things, get an understanding, right? So yes, you can acquire the wisdom. You can get all the information in the world, right? But if it was just information, it was just knowledge, then the librarians would be the most rich people and wealthiest people on the planet, but they're not, right? You got to apply the knowledge. And when you start applying the knowledge through practice and implementation, that's when you get to understand. That's when you get the wisdom, because you're using it. You're learning what to do, when to do, why to do it, how to do it, when not to do it. So you're acquiring the wisdom of that knowledge because you're applying. And then over time, as you start to apply, you start to understand when to do something, why to do something, how to do something. So that's how I build the course in those building blocks. I teach you the vocabulary, and I teach you the concepts, then I teach you the strategies, then I teach you the math behind the strategies so that we can make data-driven execution. And then we put the odds and stack the probabilities and odds in our favor and let the math do what it's going to do so that we can remove emotion from the equation. Okay, so now let's go through the workshop here and learn a couple of things. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about first where you currently are and where you currently may be in your journey of life or in your financial journey. Okay, so the trading reality check is here. Many people either one, have a lack of knowledge. You don't even know that many of these markets exist or how to trade and invest at all. And it's okay if that's where you are. Everybody had to start somewhere. This is not my traditional background. And to this day, I do not have a college degree. Okay, I played high school, college, and a little bit of independent professional minor league baseball. I transitioned into business, and then I got into tech, and then I got into finance when I had the opportunity to work at a hedge firm. Okay, so if you don't know today, it's okay, but you can start today and change the course of your life. Some people may be trading and having failure because they've been going down all of these rabbit holes on YouTube University, and they've been losing money, and they just get all this pain from their trading experience and their losses. Some of you all may be emotional trading. You might have some proven concepts or strategies, but you can't control your emotions and your energy. So you're trading out of fear or you're trading out of greed. Some of you all may be doing decent, but now you're using outdated methods because you're getting beat by the algorithms, because 80% of all trading on the planet is done by algorithms. If you are 1, 2, 3, or 4 in here, I want you to drop that number in the chat box. If one of these things resonate with you, 1 for lack of knowledge, 2 for dealing with losses, 3 for emotional trading, or 4 using outdated strategies. If you are in one of these places, I want you to drop what number is representing you right now. So say 1, 2, 3, and 4. I get it. I understand. Okay. And the reason I understand is because I've actually been there. So the hedge firm that I worked at, when I got there, a couple of months after I got there, the partners clashed and got into it, and they shut the firm down. So although I got exposed to real, I still had to better myself, buy every book I could, took the courses, studied, passed the national exam, and became a licensed Series 3 professional trader, and traded and made money. And I started my first live trading account with $1,500. So the reason that I can call out these pain points is because I've literally went through each part of that journey. I just was blessed to have the opportunity to learn what was real first, and then study that and take that approach. Okay, which is what I want you all to do from today forward. Okay, so why quant trading dominates? 41% returns is the average quant fund performance from 2023's data. 2024's data haven't come out yet. But 41% was the average return of a quantitative hedge firm. Okay? And for those of you all who know, I gave my 2024 portfolio away for free on YouTube last year on January 1st, and we did 42%. On that portfolio that I gave away for free. The S&P 500 did 23% last year. The S&P 500 on average is about 7 to 10%. Okay? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. If you got that free portfolio that I gave away last year, give me a $sign in your chat box. I did it last year and I did it in 2023. And you could go check the results on YouTube. You could check the date that I gave it away on January 1st, 2024 last year. And then on New Year's Eve last year, on January 2nd this year, I did a recap of that portfolio, and we went through the numbers that I gave away for free. Okay. All right. And you see a couple people made money off of that portfolio. 80% of the market volume percentage of trades are executed on algorithms. So even if you know how to trade and you're manually trading, you're literally competing against 80% of the entire market is algorithms. So it's like, again, I said earlier, some people playing spades and some people playing chess. It's like you trying to bring your fist to a laser fight. It ain't the same. I'm not even talking about fists to a tank or guns. I'm talking a laser that can beam down and cook you from space, and you trying to fight it with your hands. That's what it looked like when you're taking these outdated manual trading approaches to the markets. And then the other reason that quant trading dominates is it's 100% emotion free. Algorithms don't get tired. They don't have fear. They don't get greedy. They don't have no partner. They don't have kids. They don't have no job. They don't have emotions. I'm good. Thank you. Right? So those are very, very important things to know and to understand. Here's the old quantitative trading barrier, because not everybody could be able to get into the quant game. It was very expensive and there were a lot of barriers, right? But through technology and advancements, those barriers are no longer here. Okay, so the capital requirements, institutional level funding was needed to create these algorithms. You needed to either go get you a degree from Harvard or MIT and study in computer science for years to be able to learn and do X, Y, and Z. Or you had to go work at a hedge firm that already had the capital and the funds to be able to do those things and train you. Okay, it would take you years of coding experience to be able to learn all of those things. You would be able to have to know advanced mathematics, complex statistical knowledge, and all of that. And you would have to have expensive software. Those were the barriers that were keeping people from making these millions, billions, and trillions of dollars like these funds actually do, right? BlackRock has over $10 trillion of assets under management, okay? Algorithmic fund, okay? Renaissance Technology, over 2 funds over 50 billion. Citadel, 2 funds over 50 billion. AQR, DE Shaw. It was expensive to get in the game back in the day, and if you didn't know. Well, that's where you were. That's where you maybe currently are. Now let's talk about where you want to be, okay? Let's talk about the journey that you can now begin to go through, okay? Where you want to be is you want to be informed and you want to be profitable, right? My students will hear me say this all the time. I don't give a shit about being right. I want to be profitable. See, wanting to be right is pride, it's ego, it's arrogance, it's control, right? If you are a control freak, it's okay. You can drop it in the chat. This is a safe space. You can say, I like control, right? I get it. I understand. But I don't need to be in control to make money. I don't need to be in control to be profitable. I like to use math and the data and make informed, educated decisions. I want to be profitable and I want to be consistently profitable. And that's where you want to be on your journey. Okay. Now, how do we get there? Right? Because, okay, cool. Yeah, that's where I want to be. But how do I get there? Well, first, let's learn the difference between trading versus investing. Although they are similar, they are different. A lot of people use those words interchangeable, but like I said, I want you to be able to learn the facts, and I want you to be able to come from this with actual practical things. So trading and investing are both you putting your money to work for you so that you don't have to work for your money. Yes, but they are different, and let's break them down. So what is investing? Investing is the strategic allocation of capital into assets with growth potential over long-term time horizons. Successful investors balance risk management with wealth accumulation to achieve financial freedom. And in the eyes of the IRS, Investing and long-term capital gains begin taxed at 366 days or longer. So an investment, literally in the eyes of the IRS, is something that you buy into and you hold for at least 366 days. So literally on the 366th day, it officially becomes an investment in a long-term capital gains or capital loss tax. If that makes sense, give me a 366 in your chat box. Okay? 366 is an investment. It becomes an investment. Okay? Buying and holding for 366 days, meaning you do not exit, you do not get out of the trade in 1 year or less, that's investing. Okay? Just so we're super clear and you understand the difference. All right, next we have trading. So what is trading? Trading is the strategic capture of short-term price movements across financial markets through active decision-making. Traders capitalize on market inefficiencies and volatility to generate income rather than long-term appreciation. So most traders will use technical or quantitative analysis, which is the use of computers to identify and drive most trading decisions. Shorter time frames, from literally nanoseconds up until 65 days, traders seek frequent opportunities. So literally, one of my fastest algorithms trades at 8 milliseconds. Okay? There are firms, so Citadel Securities, King Griffin, there are firms that specialize in what's called HFT, high frequency trading. They have algorithms that trade at damn near the speed of light in nanoseconds. Okay? And they don't have to be smarter than you. They could just be faster than you. All right? And I'm going to give you a real life example. We're going to talk, I'm a math and physics nerd at the core, right? And I like to talk about these things because you can argue with anybody you want, but here's the facts. There's point A and there's point B. And when we talk about traveling, it's linear and it takes time to go from point A to point B. I don't care how close they are, it takes time to get there. So what some of these HFT firms do, they spend millions of dollars a month for something that's called co-location. Co-location allows their servers, their computer servers, to be as close as legally possible to the exchange. So for my real estate people, if you had a building that was close to the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the CME in Chicago, these hedge funds pay to have their computer servers literally across the street, because that's the closest they can get legally without breaking the law. Because they want the time distance from the data coming from the server of the New York Stock Exchange to their computer to be faster than it would somebody a block away, a mile away, across the world. So if they get the data, if they get the information in 1 nanosecond, and your computer gets it in 1 millisecond or 1 full second, they can buy it at that 1 nanosecond for 1 penny. And in that 1 second, full second, they can sell it to you for 2 pennies. And they can make millions and millions of dollars per day because they could trade in nanoseconds and they could do thousands of trades in 1 second. And then there are 84,000 seconds in a day. That's literally one of the most powerful and profitable professional trading strategies. Okay, it's called HFT. And this is just from a knowledge standpoint. If you know, you know, right? Now, obviously you need money to get in that game and it costs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. but I'm just giving you insight in the thoughts and the framework, right? And the principles: buy low, sell high. That's trading 101. If I go to a flea market and somebody's asking, $20 for this shirt, they're asking. And then if I offer $10 for the shirt, I'm bidding or I'm offering. And I want to buy it for $10. They want to sell it for $20. And we might meet in the middle at 15 and make a trade. And so now if I bought it for 15 and I want to resell it, I want to resell it for at least $30. So maybe I can have a 2-to-1 and I can double my money. So I bought it for 15 here at this marketplace and I go sell it at this marketplace for $30. And that's all trading is doing. And it's doing it in shorter time frames. If that makes sense, everybody, the difference between trading and investing, if that makes sense, give me a Y in your chat box. Okay? Because again, I want you to understand the basics and the principles and understand if we're building your financial house, we want to build it on a solid rock. We want to build it from the ground up, and we need to understand the game that we're getting into and the game and how it's played. And it's played even at the fastest level the same way: buy low, sell high. And everything a trader and investor is trying to do is trying to find an edge or an advantage so that they can find the best time and opportunity to buy low and to sell high, or sell high and buy low. Okay, good. I'm glad that makes sense. All right. All right. So that's trading, that's investing. Trading is minutes, seconds, minutes, hours, days, months. Okay. Active management, income generation is the focus. I want to make money daily, weekly, monthly. And it's technical and quantitative analysis heavy. Investing is years to decades to generations. It's a more passive approach, and its focus is on wealth building, and it's fundamental analysis heavy. Okay, those are the key differences. Are they similar? Yes. They're you putting your money to work for you so that you don't have to work for your money. But these approaches are different, and it's important to know the difference in the approaches, because that's going to alter your expectations. That's going to alter your strategy. That's going to alter your approach. Okay? And it's also going to alter your risk management. All right. So now when we come to approaches, let's go over the 4 professional approaches. No matter where you are in your journey, and no matter what type of trading and investing you're going to do, if it's real, if it's data-driven, and if it's proven, it's going to fall in one of these 4 categories. And here they are. 1, fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis evaluates intrinsic value based on economic factors and company health. So financial statements, economic indicators, industry position, long-term focus. And this is mostly for macro approaches and equity approaches. So equities would be stocks. So most stock investing is fundamental analysis. Okay, you can think Warren Buffett, Bill Graham, or Mellody Hobson. Okay, if you haven't heard about Mellody Hobson, I actually teach about her in the program, in the Trader the Quants program. Mellody Hobson, she runs Ariel Investments. She is an African-American woman running a multi-billion-dollar investment firm based on fundamental analysis. Ariel Investments is right in Chicago. She's also on the board of Starbucks and on the board of a bunch of other companies. And she's also, very interestingly enough, she's married to George Lucas, the founder of Star Wars. So super crazy. I got a chance to meet them one time at the mall in LA. Mellody Hobson, right? So if you want a Black person that's actually successful in doing this at that high level, multi-billion-dollar investment firm, some of you all may have been today years old when you heard about her. Mellody Hobson, fundamental. Bill Graham, fundamental. Warren Buffett, fundamental approach. Stock, long-term investing, wealth building approach. Okay? All right. Next, you got technical analysis, which studies price data and market behavior using historical charts. and historical data. So graphical charts, remember, chart patterns are bullshit. Charts are just graphical, visual representations of the price action data in the order book, okay? Calculating the trading volume and the price volume and the price action, okay? And then they use a lot of, momentum indicators, okay? Next, you have quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis uses mathematical models and algorithms to identify opportunities using statistical methods, algorithm execution, so no human trading at all, is data-driven, and it's emotion-free. And then quantamental analysis combines fundamental insights with quantitative methodology. So it's a hybrid of AI, data, quantitative integration, but also includes fundamental analysis. So it's the best of both worlds, okay? So my hedge firm is quantamental. If you ask me, like, what's our approach, what's our strategy, right? I want to know what's going on in the global macro world, and then I want to have the data to support that. Excuse me, okay? All right, if that makes sense, give me a big 4 in your chat box. Those are the 4 professional approaches, everybody. Big 4. That's it, that's all. And there's a reason you don't see deep dives on these on YouTube. Okay? All right. Now, as I mentioned, I like to get practical. So whether you join this program or not, I'm going to give you the top professional strategy and the top professional tool that's used on Wall Street. Period. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Okay? That top professional strategy is called mean reversion. Okay? So some of you all maybe remember your high school math days or your middle school math days. Mean also means what? What does the word mean also mean? Average. Yes. Got some smart people here, okay? Average. So it gives you the average price of something, and then it's able to identify through data when price has moved away from its average through an abnormal deviation, using statistics to confirm that, and then it tells you when to enter into a counter position, trade against that abnormal extreme move. Why? Because we want to buy low and sell high. So if something moves extremely high away from its average, then we want to sell it. If something moves extremely low from its average, then we want to buy it. And we can use statistical data to identify what the average price is, where the abnormal levels are, and when to identify that, when to enter into the trade, and when to exit into the trade. And we can do that with mathematical precision. Think about it. If something is being done in nanoseconds, close to the speed of light, we want to try to keep it as simple as possible. But the same thing if I want to do long-term investing. I also want to keep it simple as possible because anything can happen in the future. So I want to see what's the average price today, what was the average price in the past over time, and what is the high probability that the average price will be in the future. And if I can get that data today and compare it to historical data in the past, I can put myself in a high probability position to be profitable in the future. If that makes sense, give me a mean reversion in your chat box. This is the #1 approach for trading and investing on Wall Street. And now, that's the simple version. Yes, you can build rocket science level strategies around it, but you can make millions and billions of dollars just off of mean reversion. There are literally firms that this is their only strategy. Okay? It only takes one strategy to become a millionaire, everybody. My OG that taught me how to trade and took me under his wing, he trades one strategy, one asset class, one instrument, and he has made over 7 figures for the last 15 years. Okay? So you don't have to do all this extra stuff. You can learn about it, get exposed to it, and then you can narrow down to one thing that works for you. Okay? Now, that was the overall strategy. Now I'm going to give you the actual tool. This is the #1 professional tool, the #1 professional calculation used on Wall Street. By the way, everything that I'm telling you today, you could Google it, you could research it, and verify if I'm giving it to you the real and the facts. So the #1 professional tool or mathematical indicator on Wall Street is known as the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. The volume weighted average price, also known as the VWAP, is a trading benchmark used by traders that gives the average price a security has traded at throughout the day based on both volume and price. It is a key trading indicator used by institutional traders to measure execution quality and identify liquidity points. So quality and quantity used by institutional, professional, big money traders. This is the #1, numero uno calculation method. It's the sum of dollars traded divided by the total shares traded over a specified time frame. It is a mathematical calculation. It is not a chart pattern. Let me be super clear. The #1 tool and the #1 strategy on Wall Street is math. We're not hoping, we're not guessing, we're not wishing, we're not praying. Okay? We have a strategic application. It is often used by quant traders to determine the optimal entry and exit points while minimizing market impact and risk management. The optimal, we are not hoping, we are not wishing. We are using stats, we're using data, we're using math to make educated and informed decisions. Does it mean we're going to win every trade? No. Does it mean we're going to win every day? No. If somebody tell you they don't lose, they're lying to you. Go the other way. Okay? Every trader, every investor lose trades. Warren Buffett, Jim Simons, Ken Griffin, the best investors and traders on the planet lose. If somebody tell you they do not lose, they're lying to you. Okay? I don't want you to gamble. I don't want you to hope, wish, pray, or guess on this. I want you to have informed, mathematical, provable, data-driven information so that you can make educated decisions, stack the odds, the math, and the probabilities in your favor, remove the emotion, and let the chips fall where they may. Okay? I have been teaching this program or various programs over 5 to 6 years. We've had 2 losing months in 64 months of me teaching these various programs. 2. We don't win every trade. Friday, we went 1 for 4. We went 1 for 1 on the NASDAQ, 0 for 4 on the ES. Okay? Monday, we went undefeated. When we combine Monday's wins and Friday's losses, we still finished the week net profitable with thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay? If you made money this week from our trading and our trading strategies and our trading algos, give me a $sign in your chat box. If you had a profitable week, give me a $sign in your chat box. Okay? All right. So let's talk about your journey. Okay? So I'm going to introduce you to the Trade Like the Quants program. I just gave you the professional. You can do whatever you want with the information I just told you. I told you what it is and what we do. But when you join Trade Like the Quants, you're going to be joining a revolutionary trading program because I've done the research, I've done the studies. Nobody's giving out the game like we're giving, and they're definitely not giving it at this cost. To get what I'm giving you, Harvard is $75,000 a year, okay, for undergrad. Grad school is $250,000. So to get what I'm giving you at the level that I'm giving to you, you have to literally either go work your way up from the bottom at Wall Street right now, or you have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for the game that I'm giving you. And if you don't believe me, do your research, okay? It is an 8-week transformational program where you can go from beginner to quant trader with our structured curriculum. I'm going to give you the hedge fund technology and the access to the information, to tools, to automated strategies, and I'm going to give you an AI teaching assistant that will help you work through it so that you don't even need to know how to code yourself and be able to implement these things step by step. Okay, so let's compare the traditional approach versus the quantitative approach. The traditional approach to trading is emotional decision making that leads to mistakes, inconsistent execution and results, hours spent on watching screens and trying to look for these hopeless chart pattern things that don't exist. You're reacting in real time to market moves that you don't even know about, can't understand, and there's way too much data out there. And then you're just limited by your human capabilities. Versus on the other side, quant trading is data-driven. It's emotion-free. It's systematic. It's a step-by-step repeatable process. You can decide whether you want semi-automatic or fully automated execution. You can trade in less than 2 hours a day, less than an hour a day most times, and you can leverage the computer to do this. So right now, I want you to imagine where you are today, and I want you to imagine the journey that you're going to go on with the Trade Like the Quants program, and I want you to imagine what your destination looks like. The clearer and more defined your goals and dreams are, the closer you are to them. Okay? And money is not a bad thing. Money is just a tool. It's a tool that you can use to design a life that you want to live. If you broke, you should be mad. If you don't have the money that you want right now, you should be mad. If you're not living in the house that you want right now, you should be. If you don't have the car that you want right now, you should be mad. But are you mad enough to start making a change today? Right? Do you have the courage to bet on yourself today? Do you have the goals and the dreams, the patience, the self-control, and discipline to say, I want to design a lifestyle that I want today? And if you are, then I'm going to invite you to join Trade Like the Pros and through our Trade Like the Quant program. So this is our program outline, all the things that I'm going to teach you. You're going to get a 24-hour AI trading assistant and teaching assistant and co-pilot. You're going to learn how to go from where you are right now to becoming a quant trader. And when you sign up, you're going to get the trade journal. You're going to get the weekly live trading sessions with me on Mondays and Fridays. You're going to get Agent Q, which is the teaching assistant and co-pilot. You're going to get the Discord access. You're going to get the program access, and you're going to get access to fully automated trading algorithms. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do all of this from scratch, and then I'm going to teach you how to automate it. If you sign up today for full price, which is $3,000, you're going to get access to the bonus algorithm, which is the QB Algo, and the QB Algo Signal Discord channel. If you sign up, the course kicks off next Saturday, May 3rd at 1 p.m. Because when you sign up today, you're going to get your book list because you need to order a couple of books that I want you to read in parallel through the program. All right. And this is the QR code. When you scan that QR code, it's going to take you to a page right here. You can pay in full price. You get the bonus algorithm where you see for the last 45 days, those people making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of those free signals. You can use Klarna or Afterpay to also do the one-time payment of $3,000. Everybody has been begging for this algorithm for weeks now. Here's your chance to get it. It's a one-time payment of $3,000. I'm about to open it up and answer questions for the next Let's call it 15 minutes. You can ask me any questions about the program, the algos, the payment structure, everything. One payment of 3K, or you could split it into 2 payments of 2K, or 5 payments of 1,000, or you could use Klarna or Afterpay. Okay? Now, if you join up today, you get the bonus algorithm with the 3K full-time payment. If you don't, it's okay. But if you do the split payment, you still get the full course with the algorithms that comes with it. You also still get the full access to Agent Q. Okay? So now I will open it up for any questions. You can scan that QR code, okay? Or you can click that link. And now you can ask any questions that you may have. You can ask it in the chat box, or you can hop up on the mic and ask me a question, okay? But from today, you got practical knowledge about what's in the markets, what's going on in the markets, what are the professional approaches, the number one professional strategy, and the number one professional tool to execute on that professional strategy, okay? Men lie, women lie. The results that we produce in our programs are proven for themselves. You can join our free Discord, okay? And you can go into that wins channel and you can see all the wins and all the money that all the students make all day, every day, all day, every day. Okay? Any questions, any comments, any thoughts? No question is too big, no question is too small, no question is too smart, no question is too dumb. I want you to be able to learn. Okay? Congratulations. I see a couple people joining the program. Welcome to the family. Okay? Any questions? Rod said, hey, Dion, I logged in a bit late. Can you tell me if this program is associated with the funded accounts as well? So Trade Like the Quants is its own program. In the program, I teach you how to trade with your own real capital, your own cash. And I also teach you how to use prop firms so that you can pass their evaluation challenges and use their money to trade, so you don't have to risk any of your own if you don't want to. Okay? So we're super clear. Our course and our program is our course and our program. We don't have or own a prop firm, but we do teach you how to use these trading strategies and these algorithms so that you can get funded using other people's money and trade without risking your own money. So we do teach you both sides, how to use your own money and make money, and how to use other people's money to make money. Okay? Congratulations. I see a couple more people. Okay? So good question, and hopefully that makes it clear. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts? Keep them coming. Georgia, Dion, I already paid for the quant trading bundle. What is the difference between Trade Like the Quants? So the quants.trading is its own website, and it has the algorithms from that website. Okay? In the program, it comes with algorithms. Some of them are the same, some of them are different. If you bought the Quants algo bundle, then whatever algorithm gets released on that website, you get free upgrades. But every algo in the program is not every algo that will be put on the Quants website. That's the difference. For there, you're only paying for the algorithms. You're not paying for the course or the algos that come with the course. On the Quants website, you're just paying for the algorithms, and you can get the free upgrades for algorithms that come out on that website. Veronica said, hey, can we have a peek of some algorithms? You can have a peek at the wins on the wins tab in Discord. And you can see also in Discord, you can see free signals that come from the algorithm. So it'll tell you when to buy and when to sell, right? And then if we were to go into let's see. If we were to go in here on one of my remote stations, you could see the algorithm working for that person or for me in real time. So you could see it generates buy and sell signals and it trades for you fully automatically, semi-automatically, or you could just take the signals and do it manually. Okay, so this is the pulse algo that you are looking at. And you can see it generated a buy signal, right, in the market yesterday. And you can see it said buy at 9:30 in the morning at 19,303. It said buy, and the market went up, and it would have exited this trade at that sell signal at 19,530. So 227 points times 4 ticks a point, right? So 920 ticks times $5 a tick, you'd have made $4,500 in that trade right there. That's from one trade. So in that one trade, you would have made more than the course cost itself. So you pay for the course at $3,000 full price. Every dollar you make for the rest of your life over 3,000, you'd be fully profitable. Okay, so when I tell y'all I can help you be consistent at making at least $1,000 a day, that's light work. Okay, that's our goal for initial students is join, teach you, learn, and help you be consistently profitable at least $1,000 a day. Okay, so there you go. There's a little sneak peek. There's some insight. All right, and if I have taught you how to make $1,000 a day, and or you have made $1,000 a day in a day trading, give me a $ in your chat box. Okay, we do this in real life. All right, Rashid, happy Sunday, DP. Thank you for the Zoom. As VWAP is taught strategy, would you say VREV is foundational universal? So VREV is our VWAP strategy. Yep, is our VWAP algo. Okay, yeah. 1 minute and 5 minute charts are very powerful for it. Yep. Yep. See those $ in there. Okay. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts? What platform is the algo on? So right now we're building our own platform. It's in Total, but we also have the algos in TradingView and we have them in NinjaTrader. Okay. And then when we do the official rollover to Total, they'll only be in Total. But right now the algorithms are available on TradingView, NinjaTrader, and Total.
Oh.
Got a question? Somebody hopping on the mic? Or they just got off of mute? Okay, iPhone said, any chance you're able to offer the bonus algos to those who joined Trade Like the Pros back in August? I joined late for motion, too late for motion. So y'all know when I drop these bonus algos, when I say it's over, it's over. So here's somebody telling you in living proof. But already paid over 3,000 for the Trade Like the Pros. I'm in this for the long haul plan and success story soon without the bonus algo, but I thought I'd ask. Yeah, so the only way to get the bonus algo, so if you're in Trade Like the Pros, you do get, if you paid over 3K, you do get the free upgrade to the program, but you don't get the bonus algo. So the bonus algo is you got to pay one-time payment of 3K and you get the bonus algo for a full year and the full signals. Okay, that's the only way, and that's the only way for me to be fair as well, because for the Trade Like the Pros, people who already paid 3K, I'm giving you Trade Like the Quants as a free upgrade. So this entire robust program, you're getting it as a free upgrade, but the bonus algo is for people who are brand new and joining and paying full price. So to be fair, if you want the bonus algo, which I know a lot of y'all do, and I know a lot of y'all know when I say it's gone, it's gone. Yeah, to be fair to everybody, you got to pay for the you got to pay the 3K full price. Okay. So the algo can take the trade for you in NinjaTrader. Yes, fully automatically. You can set the algo on just signals, where it generates a signal and you trade it manually. You can set the algo on semi-automatic, where it generates a signal and then you enter the trade manually and it manages the trade for you. Or you can set it on fully automatically, where you just turn it on and you just sit on your hands, which is what I do. Okay. When using the algo in NinjaTrader, do I have to have the computer stay awake? So when you're in NinjaTrader, the platform needs to be open. It can be minimized, like minimized on your screen, but NinjaTrader needs to be open. The algorithm needs to be on. And if your computer goes to sleep, you need to just adjust your settings in your computer so that it doesn't go to sleep, and just make sure your computer is plugged up. Okay? Because NinjaTrader, whatever NinjaTrader requirements are NinjaTrader requirements, right? We don't own NinjaTrader. So if NinjaTrader needs the system to be open, on, and live, then that's what they need. Okay? Rashid said it's a dope incentive for newbies. I'm sure the OGs got good incentives when they joined. Yeah, absolutely. They had the opportunity to get motion. So that was the motion algo that the iPhone person was talking about, that they missed it. And people have been begging for motion ever since. Well, here's the next hedge fund algo that I'm giving access to, because motion is gone. I haven't given access to motion since that first cohort when I opened it up to everybody. Now it's just for my hedge fund and for those people. Here you go, everybody. Here's another one of my hedge fund algorithms where I gave away for free for the last 45 days, and people made all that money off of it. Here's your chance to get it, because when I say it's gone, it's gone. Okay. V said, what's the minimum RAM or processor? So 512 and on the RAM, and 8 gigabytes is the minimum. And the larger number you get, the faster it will go, and the better and the faster it will perform. Okay, 512 RAM and 8 gigabytes is the minimum for most of these platforms. Okay. And yes, the algo can be fully automated. Fully automated. Okay. Again, I'm telling you and showing you these things in real life. Yes, Agent Q. So Agent Q comes with the program. That's a free bonus. And that's Agent Q alone, everybody. So obviously you all know about AI, you know about, ChatGPT and all these other AI platforms, but those are what's called generative AI. They're general AI. They're not fine-tuned for specifically what you want. Agent Q is trained specifically on financial data, specifically on our course. So you can ask it specific questions about our course, right? So to give you a little bit of insight on Agent Q, right? I can go in here to Agent Q and I can ask it, hey, I was testing it earlier for some of the people. And I was just like, hey, what is mean reversion? You can see this is today, April 26th at 10:14. What is mean reversion? Boom. Then it gives you the what is mean reversion. Then I say, okay, cool. Give me a TradingView code for VWAP strategy. And then it literally gives you the code. It gives you the strategy, and then it gives you the code for it. Right? So if I say, hey, what is futures, or what is futures trading? Right? And then you can see it's built here right into our Discord. So you have 24-hour access to it, and it'll give you, here's the definition, right? Okay, cool. Give me a mean reversion strategy for futures. Right? So, and you could just have real-time conversations with it. Okay. And that's just a little demo. All right. Okay. I don't want to hold people here too long. Murray said, do you have a favorite algo for newbies? I have a favorite algo, yes. Algos for newbies. I always tell everybody, first and foremost, learn, right? Go through the whole program. Then go through the whole program once before you try to do anything. Then go through the program again so that you can learn and start implementing and work to find out what works best for you. All of you all are at different points of your financial journey. Okay. Some of you all are at the beginning, the very beginning. Some of you all have tried this out before. Some of you all are, OGs just trying to refine your skill set. All of you all are at different parts of your financial journey as well, right? So although you may be interested in trading and investing, some of you all got bigger bags, some of you all got medium bags, some of you all got smaller bags. Which algo or which strategy you choose is going to be based off of your personal preferences, your risk management, and your starting amount, right? If I'm starting from scratch, I just gave y'all the #1 strategy and tool on Wall Street. Mean reversion via the VWAP. Our algo for that is called VREV. Okay. And the next thing I would do would be Pulse. So those would be the top two if I was starting from scratch. Okay. C Spivey, my Superdome freezes in NinjaTrader occasionally while I'm making money with the algorithm. Waiting for rollover to total. Yeah. Same. We almost there fully. We're gonna roll over the next couple of people. Probably I got a meeting with Jason tomorrow to see when the next rollover is going to be to let the next group into Total. Total is our charting and trading platform that we're building and about to bring to the market. NinjaTrader and TradingView and Robinhood and all those are different platforms that we've been talking about and using in the various programs over the last couple of years. But we've now built our own called Total, which we are starting to roll over into the community. Georgia says, does all the algos send specific signals for buying and selling in real time? All the algos in the program can be set on manual, semi-automatic, or fully automatic. Yep. Does it send you signals? No. It generates a signal in the platform. In the free channel in Discord, I've set up one of the algorithms to send signals for free occasionally for the community, just to add value and over deliver. And then when you sign up and pay full price today, you get access for 1 year to Agent Q, and you'll get access to the Agent Q signal channel in Discord that will send signals directly to your phone that you can then go and execute. Yes. Okay. Any other questions, comments, or thoughts? Keep them coming. And congrats to the people that are joining the family. Welcome to the Trade Like the Pros, Trade Like the Quant family. Let's get it. Okay. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? No questions too big, no questions too small, no questions too smart, no questions too dumb. I want you to be able to learn, I want you to be able to earn, and I want you to be able to return that knowledge to your family.
Hi, is this a one-time payment?
Yeah, it's a one-time payment, and you have lifetime access to that course and that program. Now, I don't own Kajabi, which is where the university platform lives. So as long as Kajabi around, you have lifetime access to that course. So one payment of $3,000. And when you pay that $3,000 up front, you get the bonus of the QB algo and the QB algo signals for 1 year. So that is not lifetime. QB algo and the QB algo signals is 1 year. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Hopefully that answers it. And even if you do the split pay, you get full access to the course and the program and all the things. Okay. And again,
can I pay by check or no?
No, you can't pay by check, but you can. Let me share the screen again. So you can split it up into one payment today of $1,000, and then $1,000 a month for the next 4 months. If you want to split it up into 5 payments, you can split it up into 2 payments where you do $2,000 today and $2,000 next month. You could do one-time payment of $3K today, or you can apply through Klarna or Afterpay and go through whatever terms that they set.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Okay.
Good afternoon. Just real quick clarity. When you talked about the one-time full payment of the 3,000 and you get access for a year, does that also apply to if you split it? I wasn't sure if I caught that properly.
Yeah, so good question.
Mhm.
So
Thank
when you pay the one-time payment of 3K, you have lifetime access to the course, the algorithms, and the agent queue. If you pay the one-time payment today in the 24-hour special, you get 1 year access of QB algo and the QB algo signals. If you choose split pay, you still get the access to the course and algos over there, but you do not get access to the agent queue signals, which is when you've seen, those people make those couple $100,000s over the last 30 to 45 days because I was giving it away for free. Now, again, you can we've created 4, 5, 6, 7-figure traders just from what we teach and what we do. So that's very, very proven. You can, go in that wins channel and see all that money that people is making. But this is one of my hedge fund algorithms. I only release one like every program or one every year. And you can see people talking about how they missed the last one. This is the one now for this year. So in order to get that, you do have to pay the full payment of the 3K today or in the next 24 hours.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. That helps a lot.
Yeah, my pleasure. Okay. V says, how much capital do you think I should start with if I use my own money? So this really goes on where you are in your financial journey, the disposable income that you have, and your patient self-control discipline. I started my first live trading account with $1,500. You can start trading Ninja Trader with as little as $500. You can start trading Robinhood and Webull with as little as $50. So where you start is a personal decision. I suggest somewhere between 3 and 5K after you join the program. You can start with 3 and 5K if you want, start on your own library capital, because I teach one of the main risk management principles that I teach is the 5% rule, which is not risking more than 5% of your available cash balance in one trade. So that means that for every $1,000 that you have, you shouldn't risk more than $50 in an individual trade. Okay, so if you have $3,000, then you can risk $150 in a trade and still stick to the 5% rule. If you have $5,000, right, you can risk up to $250 in one trade without breaking your rules. So the more you have to start with, the more you can risk and still be in quality risk management, risk to reward setups. Okay, and so we start most of the futures algorithms at like 100 ticks. So if you start in the MNQ, you could risk $100 a tick, $100 a trade, and still be within the 5% rule. If you started with $10,000, you can risk $500 a trade and still be within the risk rule. So it's a combination of where you are in your financial journey, how much risk, and then how much emotional control you have. Hopefully that answers your question, okay? And we don't sell dreams over here. You're not going to win every trade. The number one thing is risk management. Okay, when you join my program, you'll learn you're not a trader. You're not an investor. You are a risk manager. Number one thing is to learn and know that it exists. Number two is to protect the bag. Okay, so that you can grow it over time. This is not a get rich quick scheme at all. Okay, Michael says, how does the program teach you to beat the prop firm evaluation? So we have strategies that literally hack the prop firm evaluations. So in the last 10 months, we've done over $30 million of funded traders. 30 million. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So we have an algorithm, a fully automated algorithm that you could turn on, and it will help you hack the prop firm evaluation in days, sometimes in minutes. Okay. If you are a funded trader, and you have been funded through my system, give me a funded in your chat box. Okay, $30 million since May 1st of last year. Okay, in real life. We have a full strategy and a fully automated algorithm to help you do that. Vanessa said it's class starting the week Wednesday. So for the people who joined 2 weeks ago, you all had your kickoff call. And today at 3 p.m. is your first lesson, is your first live teaching lesson with me today at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay? So just a reminder on that. All right?
I have a question about, I think futures. I think when I learned this before, it was so fast. One of those was real fast. Have they slowed that up or no, it's still the same? Because I couldn't see it.
It depends on which instrument you select, right? Like for an example, the bonds move like molasses. They so slow it's like watching paint dry, right? So it depends. If you do the NASDAQ, it's probably one of the fastest, most volatile ones that moves. So we teach you how to use the algorithms and the strategies across the different instruments and asset classes. And then you pick the one that you want and want most comfortable for you. This is why I always say trading and investing is personal, because once I teach you, then you go through it for yourself and see which ones that you like and are comfortable with. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Murray, thank you again, Dion, purchasing the VREV this week to get started. Thank you so much. My pleasure. My pleasure. Demetrius, if they use Klarna or Afterpay, will they get access to QB? So yeah, so Klarna and Afterpay, you see right here on the screen, it says only available for one-time payment offers. Afterpay is only available for one-time payment offers. Okay, so you can click to do the Klarna or Afterpay, and you apply for the 3,000, and then Klarna and Afterpay will pay us the 3K, and then you pay whatever your payment plan setup that you select for Klarna and Afterpay. So yes, once you do that and you choose that 3,000 and you get approved for that, they tell us that you got the 3K and they give us the 3K, and then you get access to the bonus. And then you just pay whatever your monthly payment setup that you selected with them. Yep, good question.
Would that be interest added to that if you use them?
It is whatever their parameters are. I do not own Klarna. I do not own Afterpay. You have to apply for it when you click in there, and they're going to tell you exactly what the terms are for your setup, because it's personal and individual for each person. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yep, my pleasure. Okay, Georgia, Dion, things are a bit tough now. Can I start with the algo bundle instead of the comp program, and after taking what I can afford? Yes, you start at where you are. And I always encourage you all, start where you are. If you cannot afford it, do not join. If you cannot do the Afterpay or the Klarna or the payment plan, come when you are ready. If you start with just the algos on just the algo site, the Quants.trading, start where you are. Okay. Rashid says stupid simple. Yes. So I make it, everybody, I make this stuff so simple that literally a second grader that can follow instructions and work a computer can execute this stuff. Okay? Like, I break it down literally to the ABCs. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. I don't care if you are a rocket scientist. I don't care if you got a 5th grade education. If you can listen, if you can follow instructions, I can teach you how to make money and be a consistently profitable trader. It is very proven, okay? Consistently profitable traders, 4, 5, 6, 7-figure traders using their own cash and real money, $30 million worth of funded traders, hundreds of thousands of dollars of payouts, okay? Getting funded is the easy part. Holding on to the account is the challenge. Yes, absolutely. And that's where the trading and risk management comes in. So we have an algorithm specifically set up to help you get funded. And then we have strategies to help you trade and be consistently profitable. Okay? Yep, Trojan is our prop firm algo. Yep. Lisa says, what strategies do you guys use? Can you show your history of closed trades to prove your strategy works? No, I cannot show that in here, but here you go. You can go right here. Because in the program, we teach you how to backtest all the stuff. But you can go right here in the free Discord channel. I gave the link for free. And you can go in the wins channel. and you can see all the wins all the way back to May 1st. Men lie, women lie. All these people making all of this money, they don't have no reason to lie. This is them bragging on themselves about what they're doing from what they learned in the program. So if you need results and you need proof, here you go, right here for free. You can go and see all of that. And then in the program, I show you how to do this step by step and prove it for yourself. I teach you the math, I teach you the strategies, I teach you the risk management, and I teach you how to back test it and prove it for yourself. So I can say whatever I want to say. I want you to see the proof. Cassidy said, I'm also in Trade Like the Pros group, and I haven't given out my strategies that make 1,000 to 3,000. So there you go. You got people in the program helping other people in the program get better from the things they learned in the program. And she says she's consistent at making $1,000 to $3,000 a day. Men lie, women lie. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, and I have two questions. The first one, you probably already covered it, but I had to step away for a second. If we're not able to participate in the full payment today to take advantage of the 1-year access, is there another time where, if as we're doing better and we're coming along, that we could either subscribe to that access for that that particular feature? Am I making sense? No. Okay.
So when QB algo is done being offered, it's a wrap. So just like you you read the person in the chat saying that they missed the motion algo, which is the algo that I gave away for the bonus last year, and they've been begging for it ever since.
I understand.
So, because it's also to be fair, right? Because there's people signed up that have never been a part of any of my programs, and they're getting this bonus and already, benefiting from it. If once I close it, I got to be fair. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I wasn't sure if there was an opportunity to subscribe and pay extra, but that's okay. It is what it is.
We do have a algo only website, thequants.trading, and you can get those algos and subscribe at any time. However, QB and my hedge fund algos, they only come around once a year. And then the only way is to become a client of my hedge firm. And you have to be an accredited investor, and you have to have a minimum of $100,000 for me to manage your money.
Gotcha. And the other last question is, for those who missed this particular session, will the replay be up again today so they can participate into getting in today's offer?
Yeah, so once the replay is done, Athena is in here, I believe. Once the replay is done, it's going to be posted. We're going to send it out via email. It's going to be posted in the Discord, and we're going to post it on our YouTube channel. So literally, you'll be able to watch it from your phone, your tablet, your laptop, anywhere in the world you got internet connection. It'll go out email, Discord, and on our YouTube channel.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and anybody that you send the link to, anybody that signs up, anybody that watches it can sign up. So you can send it to any friend or family member that signs up. And if you're in the program and you send it to somebody, and you can hit Athena for the affiliate link to get a payout for, okay? Lisa says, what broker do you, I'm gonna do a hard stop in 7 minutes because it's gonna be 1 o'clock and we have been here for 2 hours. Okay, 7 minutes. So ask all your questions either in the chat or hop up on the mic. Lisa said, what broker do you currently use? So the signals and indicator algos are only in TradingView, and then NinjaTrader has fully automated algorithms, and in total we have fully automated algorithms. So right now we're using NinjaTrader, TradingView, and Total. Total is our platform that we're building that I just showed you a brief look at the algos. When we roll over to Total fully, they will only be in Total. But right now they're in TradingView, NinjaTrader, and Total, okay? Yolanda says, Cassidy, what is your Discord name? Yes. So Cassidy definitely be running it up and dropping her wins in there. Okay. iPhone says, is there still a class today at 3? Yep. Specifically for the Trade Like the Quants program, 3 o'clock. Yep. Live coaching session, live coaching teaching session today, 3 p.m. Okay. Any other questions? We got 6 minutes. Rashid.
One more.
Go ahead, Rashid.
Yes, peace, family. Thank you for the Zoom today. I feel like this might be an elementary question, but I'm wanting to know with the on Wall Street and use of the VWAP, what instrument is mostly traded to utilize the VWAP? What do you say, options, futures, etc.? Thank you.
Yeah, all of them. Now, it started with stocks because that was the most popularly traded asset class on the planet. Now, let me give you all a breakdown so y'all understand. So the stock market is not the biggest market on the planet. It might be the market that you all initially learn about and you hear about and they talk about on TV, but that's not really the big boy, big girl market, okay? Forex is the largest market by volume with multiple trillions, okay? Futures is larger. So the stock market is about $80 trillion a day traded. Big market for sure. The futures market is hundreds of trillions of dollars every day. The options market and the futures market are a quadrillion dollars, quad. So you got million, okay? You got trillion, which is tri, and you have quadrillion, which is Q. Quadrillion dollars a day is the futures and the options market. The stock market is not even close. So yes, the VWAP can be used in stocks, bonds, options, futures, Forex, and crypto. It's the #1 strategy and tool on the planet. Mean reversion. Okay? And we teach you the math, the strategy, how to execute it, and we have a fully automated algorithm that you can have on fully automatic, semi-automatic, or you could just take the signals. Quadrillion. Yep. Look it up. You can say, how large is the derivative markets? Because futures and options are derivative. And it's quadrillion. It will literally tell you. Okay? This is why I started off the whole webinar. We want to rap, act, sing, dance, and play ball. We want to entertain and make crumbs. We're not even making what the owners are making. Right? In the hood, everybody want to be, oh, I make 6 figures. Oh, I make 100,000 a year. Everybody, I love and appreciate and respect every dollar. Okay? $1,000 a day in trading is crumbs. Crumbs. $1,000 a day, 252 trading days is $252,000 a year. Okay? That's the minimum I want our students doing. The minimum, $1,000 a day. Okay? We made $1,000 in 3 minutes yesterday in our first trade on the NASDAQ. We made $1,100 in 3 minutes. Live trading with the community. Okay? Monday, I think we made like $4,500. We only took 1 trade. Okay? I want you to dream bigger. Money is unlimited. If anybody tells you anything else, they're lying to you or they genuinely do not know. Okay? Any other questions, comments, or thoughts?
Hi, Dion. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm a member of Trade Like the Pros.
Hey.
If I want to upgrade to the Quants, I just pay the difference, right?
You pay the difference.
Okay.
You pay the difference. But
How can I go ahead?
yeah, but you don't get access to the QB algo or signals.
Yeah, I understand that. So when I check out, will they know how much I need to pay? How do I designate that?
You could just message Athena and say,
Okay.
hey, can you please send me a link to pay the difference to upgrade to the Quants?
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Lisa said, are you a technical or fundamental trader? I am a quantamental trader. So one of the things that I just went over and teaching in today's workshop is the 4 major approaches. Okay, so the 4 major approaches are fundamental, technical, quantamental, and quantitative and quantamental. So my hedge firm is quantamental. We take statistics and data, and we take fundamental macro, and we have a hybrid approach with no human trading at all. I don't have a human. I'm the only human that creates my strategies and algorithms, and we work my developers to automate them. There's no human trading in my fund at all. There's no discretionary trading. It's not a part of our stuff. It's not allowed. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Again, if I know better, if I know the best, then why the fuck would I do something else? Like, it makes no sense. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Number one, it's also pride and ego. So ignorance, a lot of people use the word ignorance and believe it with a negative connotation. It's just a word. It is what it is. But the definition of ignorance is lack of knowledge. So the only reason that you would be manually trading is, one, you're ignorant to the fact that algorithmic trading exists. You just have a lack of knowledge. Two, you have pride and you have ego. That's it. And I don't care about being right. I don't have no pride or ego when it comes to this game. I want to be profitable. The market doesn't care. It's all good, Lisa. It's all good. The market doesn't care about your race, your gender, your creed, your sexual orientation, your religion, where you from, who your mama is, who your daddy was. It doesn't care. If you 18 and you got a brokerage account, you can get in the game. That is it. Okay? And I don't care. I want to be the best, and I want to do what the best do. That's why I study the greats, and that's why I gave you the 3 greatest quantitative traders of all time at the beginning of this session. Right? When I was growing up, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. I studied Derek Jeter. He was my favorite player. I studied and I played shortstop through college, and I played second base in pro ball. I studied the greats. When I got into trading, I found out who were the greats and who were the best, and I studied them. And that's who I model my game after. They don't take manual trades. Neither do I. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. And I teach you the whole way. Now, I want you to learn for yourself so that you do know it manually first. Because once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you have it, nobody can take it from you. So I do want you to learn it first. Then I want you to step your game up and let's get to it. Okay? V says, so you only recommend we trade futures on Monday and Friday? No, okay, everybody. The crypto market is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The crypto market is open right now. You can use our algorithms right now in the crypto market. The Forex market is 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. Okay? The futures market is 22 hours a day, 6 days a week. The stock, bond, and option market is 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. See, that's another thing. Most people don't even know these other markets exist. Okay? So I'm giving you even more free game. Okay? Pamela says, after a year with the QB, will we be able to purchase it to continue to use? No. Okay? I am serious. You can buy it and get the bonus, and I'll be fair to everybody. And once it's gone, it's gone. Okay? If you got to pay for the upgrade, you got to pay for the upgrade. You got to spend money to make money. You want to get in the game? A lot of games you got to pay to play. You're going to pay something. It's an energy transfer. You're going to give your time energy, your manual energy, your food energy, your resource energy, or your money energy. You got to pay to play to get in the game. Okay? And this is the price. And you can see, matter of fact, if that Pam from the group, Pam, I seen how much money you made this week. You posted a $1,700 win yesterday. Okay? Let's talk about some laugh out loud. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay? If you want to get the QB algo for the 1-year access, you got to pay for the upgrade. I just got to be fair to everybody. Okay? The newbies and the OGs. All right, it's 104. I got a slide, y'all. I learned to trade for free. What makes you guys course worth purchasing? If you learned how to trade for free and you were profitable and you were consistently profitable, you wouldn't be here watching this. And now I don't say that in a disrespectful way. I say that in a real talk way. We make real money over here. Join the Discord, go in the free channel, check it out. Why we are different is because I'm actually here. I actually show up. Okay? If you're very profitable, you're just here to learn, respect, because I do the same. But you feel that there's a gap in your game, right? Lisa, I don't necessarily suggest being a part of too many trading groups, because what happens then is analysis paralysis, right? So, because when you got too many things going on and too many strategies, too many this, and you're seeing all of this, then what happens is sometimes you end up doing nothing, right? Here's what makes us different. One, I'm an actual professional. I'm actually licensed. I actually do this in real life. What I say is actually can be held against me in the court of law. Okay? These random people on YouTube who may say something and teach you something, if the shit don't work out, they'll change their username and disappear. Everything on the internet is Dion Pouncil. It's me, because I stand on it. That's number one. Number two, I actually do this in real life. People actually pay me to manage their money, and we make a fuck ton of money. Okay? Number three, I actually teach this to people, and they actually make real money and are consistently profitable. And they have been doing it for years, right? And then number four, and most importantly to me, I actually care, right? We are here. We support you. My team is here to support you. Our technology is here to support you. I actually show up to the calls, okay? And I have a lot going on, okay? I have multiple seven-figure businesses. I have kids, I have a family, I travel, I do X, Y, and Z, and I still show up for the community, and my team shows up for the community. And that's very important for me, because I'm from the South Side of Chicago. I'm from a single parent home. This is not my traditional background. And I had to literally work and earn for everything that I have. It was not given to me. So because I didn't have a me, when I got in the game, I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. All right, B says much respect, thank you. Lisa says absolutely. Why I have to ask a lot of questions? No, for sure. There are scammers out here, 100%. I always say do your research, okay? You can go into Chat GPT, because I know a lot of you use AI, and ask it, who is Dion Pouncil? And it will literally tell you and show you, okay? Yes, you can watch my featured interview from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange a couple weeks ago, being featured about this program and my fund in real life. Okay, IFO said, well said, Dion, if you're really profitable somewhere, well, it depends. I do appreciate learning and growing. I always want to learn and grow too. And do your research. You want to have data driven reasons to make educated, informed decisions as well. I don't want anybody just to join off a hype anyway, right? I want you to actually want to be here. Pamela said, the best decision of my life was to join Trade Like the Pros. Life changer. Please believe and have faith and have a mustard seed. Yes, trust the process, okay? Love, light, peace, wealth, great health, and abundance. I hope you all enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your weekend. Welcome to the people that join the family. Let's get to the bag, okay? After a year is over, can we purchase or join your fund? Yes, 100,000 minimum accredited investor is the way you can join my fund. Once QB is over, it's over. All right? All right, y'all. Peace. Trade like the Quants. I'll see y'all at 3.